And we are live. Hello, everyone. This is Ninja DC joining again for another reaction to the most recent Hello Boss short. And yeah, as you can tell from the background laughter, I think we all like it.
I'm sorry. I was going to announce this at the end. Like when we do introductions. I finally got myself into fan fiction. Writing fan fiction. Oh, God.
I have never been so.
So as he was saying, it might be fair to say that we had a strong reaction to this one.
Also, I think, if I remember correctly from seeing the discussion, the voice actress of the weeb in this is the same voice actress as the
Maggie's silent voice actor.
It's like the
Who's?
Is it Mimsy? No.
Maggie's voice
Mimsy?
from the pilot.
yeah, it's Vaggie from
I don't know. They gave her some work.
Hey, I don't know the way she was designed. I thought it was
Black
Mimsy.
Griffon on God damn it.
I thought it was Mimsy for some reason. I don't know why. Oh well.
Hey, maybe it's similar character designs.
The character design gave me very Mimsy vibes. I don't know why.
Same.
It's me, Mimsy!
You know, it's not far off now that you mention it, the design.
Yeah, I've seen mashups online already comparing the two designs.
Yeah.
But honestly, I joke about this being a fan favorite character, but I really do hope she comes back because I feel like she sort of has Deadpool energy where like she is so referential, like she could play very well in like the Has Been or Hell of a Boss universe.
Yeah. If she's like Blitz's new
energy. She's not Deadpool energy. She's Gwenpool energy. That's what I'm getting from her.
If she's like Blitz's new like nemesis, I am so for it because ladies and gentlemen, we have yet found another kryptonite for Blitz other than like honest emotional honesty. It's the weebs.
Somebody in the comments section just made a list of things that Blitz hates. What was it? Being alone, losing everyone he loves, Mrs. Mayberry, his past, Stolas being angry at him, this character.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've now found another thing that Blitz hates. And also, if you notice the necklace she has on, I was like, wait a minute. Is that an angel? Is that an angel weapon? And I'm like, don't you dare tell me this weeb is protected by angels!
Oh,
no!
Gosh.
Absolutely not!
Absolutely protected by angels. She's so much controversial shit that they have to protect her, otherwise she'll instantly die.
Like, what's wrong with you, Heaven? What's wrong with you, Heaven? This is why you're getting rebelled against in Hasbin Hotel, because you're protecting characters like this.
They're protecting weebs.
You're protecting weebs. Protecting the wrong kind of weebs.
Especially not the kind that this one guy used to know about an anime body pillow at a con that we were at.
Lordy, I would have had him for dinner if I could.
Yeah, I mean, he also gave me my height insecurity, so let's fucking go.
Oh my god. One of the comments says like, so Amber Lynn gets killed by Blitzo and then gets reborn as a furry. R34 is gonna
Yeah, she probably straight up loves how she looks.
Yeah,
I love
she's
this.
number one, like classic, like Mary Sue cringe kind of design, and I love it.
I love it that this is the best portrayal of a weeb ever. This is the fact that she is a weeb. That she is a weeb parody. I so approve this.
But I like this parody just because.
Just because?
I feel like I like this parody just because I feel there's an expression like, say, when you do a parody, there's like a loving parody and a spiteful parody. This feels like a loving parody of like, like Vivziepop is like she's a weeb and nerd herself. So like this feels like someone who's making fun in jokes, not someone that's trying to be mean spirited. And that really translates
I don't know.
humor.
Well,
no, I mean, I feel like Hell of a Boss actually, they threaded a really delicate needle with this character covertly. It's like, I mean, it's making fun of her, absolutely. In fact, like the joke, it's almost, even more the other side, just because they do go so hard on the jokes. Like there is not a hint of like malice in them going through all this stuff. It's just like, all right, how many can we fit in here, and in how many ways would they confuse and annoy and weird out Blitz? And it's like,
yes, that was so much fun. That was so much fun seeing Blitz kind of cringe at this, and if you can make Blitz cringe at this, you got something here.
And his deadpan reactions playing off at this, just like wishing it could just be more matter of the fact, like, what are you going to do, man? Well, nothing when you're wearing that. But
I am curious about one thing. Like, well, okay, makes you. What now? I'm curious. I'm like, okay, who is the one that put a demonic hit on this character? Though I'm at the same time, I'm like, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I'm like morbidly curious. I'm like, okay, who would? But I guarantee you, if I find out who it is, if it's told who it is, I'll probably be like, okay, next.
I think it was in the profile, like, and like it was like Blitz's summary, but like from what I understand is essentially someone who died and went to hell and had a like fan fiction feud with her online about like who she shipped, and like that's how she put a hit on her.
And that's why I'm thinking my reaction. I'm like, I'm not gonna be like all blown away or anything. It's not gonna be the Pidge reaction, but it will probably be like, oh, okay, next. Makes perfect sense.
Okay, info. Crime. She shipped Scrimbleton with Shonathan instead of Blorbinzo 7 years ago, and it's basically incest or something. Not really, but this bitch seems really upset about it.
Oh gosh.
Ooh, well in that.
I was looking to credit an artist for like something I worked on. One of the accounts promoted that. I was just like, oh gosh, I don't care. I'm not gonna credit this person.
Well, you know what? If it came down to that kind of thing, I'm like, well, you kind of, I guess you kind of deserved it, and now I'm thinking at the same time, Blitz kind of regrets it because now she's in hell. She's now gonna be stalking him outside of his office.
Yeah, she's gonna be his number one stalker for eternity.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. What if Stolas finds her and he's like, oh, and he's like, oh, well, I see you have a new fan, Blitzy. All right, I'll be on my way. Stolas, wait!
The thing is also, like, if this is going by like has-been hotel rules, like he can't kill her either in hell.
Yeah.
She's like
Blitz just
sinners are essentially immortal unless angels kill them, so he's like he can't just kill her.
Also, with the calling a hit thing, to be like brutally honest, from the kind of internet controversy I've heard of, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever because YouTubers are like swatted left and right. People get their lives put in danger because of things like doxing. So really, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I've even gotten close to someone wanting to dox me because of a simple internet disagreement when I was 13. I was trying to follow what everyone else was saying, and someone harassed the fuck out of me, which my self-esteem was already low, so I was like, oh gosh. So I've even gotten close to getting doxed before.
Yeah, like, are you talking about doxing or swatting?
Both are they're definitely horrible, but thankfully I've gotten close to doxing because of getting doxed because of Instagram, but thankfully I have not ever gotten close to being swatted.
What's that? I feel stupid for asking this, but what's doxing?
When you try to locate the person's actual location and post it to leave them at the mercy of whoever would go after them for it.
There's this one guy in particular online who I think he's done a couple of controversial things before and people are constantly going to his house, which here's the problem with that. We're planning on moving to Orlando And the problem with moving to Orlando is that's where Dream lives. So if we live near Dream, we could possibly be harassed by people trying to find him because we live near him. So we need to find a way to find Dream's address, to move as far away from him as possible so they don't get our addresses mixed up and we get harassed.
Oh dear. Jeez. People are insane.
Yeah, that is nuts sometimes.
So, someone calling a hit on
some
someone because of
cases.
internet drama does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
it
it
feels a
shouldn't be.
little
It
too
shouldn't be
legit.
like, it shouldn't be surprising these days. But at the same time, yet still surprised, but yet shouldn't be surprised.
Exactly. That's how I feel all the time when it comes to these situations.
The only thing is, like, now I feel like it's like Blitz's Eternity in Hell just got worse.
Uh-huh. Now he's gonna be. Now he has the fangirl constantly running around like Blitzy girl, what are you doing?
And we legit want to see more of it.
He's gonna be,
The thing is, like,
when calling him daddy all around me, like, I'm ready for I'm ready for the next part of my hell. This is when you're gonna make me yours forever, daddy.
And then Blitz is gonna be like, my life is I've gone to double hell. This is what double hell is.
This is what double hell is.
Yeah, the fun way I could see they're using her like as just a fun and joke character, but also I could see her having basically ADHD like crushes on just random like hell of a boss episode like characters.
Yes.
If they fit the fan fiction and all that.
Oh my god.
I'm hoping,
no, I mean, legit, she could have, like, saved herself, but she was that much for this character that is hilarious without being annoying, and I honestly kind of want her to be happy.
Me too.
Honestly, I kind of want this character to be used as cannon fodder for the V's. Yeah. Just see what happens, just for lulz.
Yeah.
Just for lulz. I mean, like, why don't we send out this rabid fangirl as a as a flesh shield or something, and then all of a sudden shot up or whatever, and so they can buy some more time and run away.
So basically pulling a Deadpool in Wolverine. Got it.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes, pulling a Deadpool and everything. Like, what? Like, why are we doing that? Don't worry, she'll be back. She'll be back in a few minutes. She'll respawn in a few minutes.
And then she's just like, hello, I'm back. So who's gonna be in the fan fiction today?
Exactly. Or it's a constant. Or the best thing that could happen would be like, okay, and like okay, I'm trying not to get into like the old cartoon stuff, but one of the greatest things that still makes me laugh to this day is an old Daffy Duck cartoon where he dresses up like Robin Hood and he's constantly he's constantly like swinging from tree to tree and he keeps saying yikes and away. He keeps and every time he hits a tree, he gets more and more injured until he's like slurring his words. Until he's like slurring his words. And I tell you, even to this day, it still cracks me up. I tell you, the best. I'm going to say, whoever is listening, if you use this character exactly like that, you will be guaranteed. You'll be guaranteed lols and plenty of them. You will be guaranteed plenty of lols. Like use him as like Duck-a-Muck. Use this character as Duck-a-Muck. As that, I guarantee you, prepare for laughs, and there will be a lot of them. Prepare for plenty of lulls. Do not be surprised if, like, I don't know, like, be like, ha 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 ha. You're like, what happened to Jen? Like, what happened to Jen? She finally did it. She died laughing.
I mean, that almost happened when we were actually watching the show. My parents were going to bed, and I had to quickly say, "Hey, can you please bring over some water? Because my throat was on fire."
It's too funny. But she is too funny.
The sound of the water next to my desk.
What is it? Hey, I forgot. What's the name of this weeb? What is the name of this weeb again? Other than cannon fodder.
Amberlyn Pinky. Amberlyn Pinky.
Amberlyn Pinky?
Yes. It's her full name. That's why I was like, you know the pony references?
Wait a minute. I was like, wait.
Now I need to draw Emberlyn as a pony.
Yeah, just in case it wasn't clear enough that this is not chaste Twilight fiction, this girl be thirsty.
Yeah.
She be thirsting out there. She be thirsting. Now alls I need next is a parody of the Omegaverse.
Yeah.
And I absolutely demand that they be used as cannon fodder as well. And these demands are not met. I'm just kidding.
what if like the fan basically goes into hell and they're basically like a pregnant male and it's like, oh my god.
Oh, hold on. There's actually like there's Sonic Forces and Minutes did that perfectly. We're just like all the Sonic fans got sent to Sonic Forces. Like all the Sonic fans.
Oh.
And they're just like, oh look, it's Sonic. Sonic was never good and just all the stuff. And like the ghosts were taking over and Sonic had to be carried by Amy, Sally, and the rest of the gang back to safety while the fans were taking over.
Having OCs in their canon property.
I love it.
Like that's the other thing about Sonic. Yeah, like the one thing in which they could have been a lot more better if the story was better. The only saving grace is the fan creator of your OCs and what you can put into the game. And I'm like, I was so close to buying the game, and only just to make my own Sonic OC. That was how much it was.
Exactly. I only got the game just for the Sonic OCs, and god damn it, I can't do the fucking shadow level. I don't know why. I might be an idiot, but
it's a pre-order. It's a pre-order. It's like a pre-order.
I do have episode shadow. I just can't complete one of the levels because it always glitches.
And here we go on the Sonic. And here we go on the Sonic again.
Oh no!
Oh jeez. 4 hours later.
I didn't really play much of the Sonic games. The only one I actually played of this was Sonic Unleashed. I'm sorry. I wanted to finish the game, but I was bored by the day levels. I was only interested in the night levels because of the werehog.
Back to hell.
I played Sonic Unleashed too, man.
Meanwhile, on Hell of a Short.
Meanwhile, on Hell of a Short, I think that there's a lot of interesting fan theories people made about this character. Like how the necklace works might be because of either the angels or like this planet that has a similar symbol to the necklace, along with people saying there could have been foreshadowing for the finale in the fanfic.
Oh my god.
I heard that this was supposed to be like, I don't know, a self-insert of Vivziepop. That's what I heard.
No.
Apparently it is not.
This is the fan insert. This is the fan insert.
It's not a self-insert. It's a fan insert. I'm like, okay, then I'm not. I'm like, I'm surprisingly not disappointed in here because I was going in this. I was thinking like, oh boy, some meta humor, and they're like, no, it's a fan insert and it's a parody. And it's a hilarious one. So, I'm not disappointed at all. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm just saying, like this episode is probably gonna increase the amount of Hellverse MCs tenfold now. That's all I'm saying. This is
okay. You know what? Now that I will need to have to watch it again just to see what our Helliverse looks like. And oh dear. I think it's time for us to draw what our Helliverses look like.
Yeah.
What have you started? Oh please! It's probably been going on ever since. So
yeah.
The biggest. I know it's already been a constant thing, but it's like I just feel like this is just going to be the biggest push for like those who are unsure about it. Be like, oh look, if you're willing about it, you can still do it. And it's like, well, there goes my inhibitions.
I just hope what. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, you can go first.
Oh, no, I interrupted you. You go first. All
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so the biggest fan theory I saw was that in the I actually slowed it down and looked in the fan fiction, and so one of the lines says something like the demons stood against Satan protecting someone, and then I realized there was a similar scene in the trailer where Blitz is protecting Stolas, and we see Satan in the trailer in the court scene, which gives me a theory that's foreshadowing that Blitz is going to have to fight Satan and protect Stolas.
Well, that's right, because we haven't seen...
I'm going to be really pissed off about that, because I do not like Stolas.
That's right, because technically, even though this is hell, we have not seen Satan yet, because here's the thing, even though I get it mixed up, I think, I keep thinking that Lucifer is the ruler of hell, but he's not. He's only...
I never understood that, even though I've heard it that, there's a difference between Lucifer and Satan.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if there is I thought if Lucifer and Satan were the same thing, but I'm not sure if they are or not. Now I'm confuzzled.
I mean, maybe it's that the devil and the public conscience is sort of an amalgamation of the two, which is to say that both of them were the devil in stories that were created not necessarily intending to connect to one another.
Right.
Yeah, the only main issue with my theory is that the simple fact that I'm an atheist and have never read a Bible before, so a lot of the more Bible-related elements in the series just honestly confuse me a lot, since I was raised as an atheist.
That is true.
So
I want to hear the story of
learn along the way.
The story of where Satan trying to overthrow heaven and being cast down comes from, like, what that story actually is.
Wasn't it okay, you're talking about like actual, like, the biblical thing, wasn't it okay, we know about the one of Lucifer being cast down. We know that. That's the biblical part. But
no, I mean, like, the story, what the story that this supposedly comes from is.
Okay, what's that?
It's from the very last book of the Bible, where the plot is a prophet, I guess you call him, the guy relaying this, goes into a desert, I believe it is, just a wide open space, and has visions.
Visions.
He has visions of mountains crumbling, earth being destroyed. He has visions of a dragon attacking heaven and
a dragon
being cast down by angels.
Dragons?
Yes, a kind of black dragon attacking heaven and being cast down, and various other shit going down type of things. The context for if this is the past, the present, how far, or the present, the future, I should say, how far in the future, if so, etc. This is where the interpretation that there is going to be an apocalypse comes from. This is where the interpretation that the devil became the devil by trying to attack heaven and getting cast out comes from. Like, Christians just sort of decided that the dragon was him, probably.
Okay. Or this could also sound like somebody who was tripping balls.
I mean, I've never picked up a Bible or gone to church in my life, so I don't fucking know.
Like, I wound up in a church one time long after I'd left Christianity, at least myself, and a pastor had to call reference to it. He described it as mysterious.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Mysterious. In other words, like, we don't know.
Okay. Look, the whole interpretation about dragons and like how the Westerns would just reinterpret it as like, oh no, that's just a big bad guy. It's like,
dragons in
like. I've been told multiple times that the apocalypse is gonna come and I'm gonna be sent down to hell, but because I don't believe that there's a hell, I am completely safe and that does not affect me whatsoever. Hooray!
I have been raised. Now I have been raised like I was raised like apparently I found out recently, high Episcopalian. I thought for the longest time it was Methodist, but yeah, I guess it was turned. It was in a way like high Episcopalian, which I guess, it was just like I guess from what I understood was like just a step under Catholic, but yet I have Catholic cousins, believe it or not. But yet I did not hear a dadgum thing about dragons in the frickin' Bible. They must have like left that part out, but there was, and honestly, it was mostly the teachings that I heard of was mostly just how you should, how you should govern yourselves, pretty much. But thankfully, I'm thankful I'm thankfully my parents didn't like take too hard the part about women obeying their husbands and everything. I had a quick little 5-second story. It was funny. Like I was at a cousin's wedding a long time ago, and it was a very traditional like Christian ceremony. They were kind of religious in that part, and there was a part where the vows were like, "Will you obey your husband?" And the bride said, "I do." My sister and my mom were like, snickering in the back, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, and I'm looking at like, and they're laughing and everything. I'm like. So there is that. So I was like, well, we know who didn't listen to that lesson. So thankfully they didn't have that, but mostly it was just mostly like just how to govern yourselves and the moral stuff. But I'm thinking the more personal things and everything, they had to be, those were like one-on-one with the pastors and whatnot. And but yeah, there was nothing about that. Thankfully, I guess the long-winded thing was there was no fire and brimstone, teachings. I don't know. I got lucky or something. I don't know. Weird. Somehow it was like but also the predominant amount of it, to me, the best kind was the best ones were like the one how they can relate the teachings of the Bible to your own life. It like however you wanted to live it. They tried to relate it to the teachings of like your own life, or the pastor would sometimes relate it to how it worked in his own life and such, and it got real personal there. So that's the best kind. But nobody ever said anything about fire and brimstone and crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely no dragons.
I mean,
seven-headed
dragons are honestly
dragon
pretty cool.
at that.
Wait. Okay, now I'm thinking like, where the heck did where the Greek mythology are we going now?
I actually learned about Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Where the Greek mythology are we going now? A 7-headed dragon? No. I'm thinking Hydra is a crap.
Why did Daddy Super Sensei like he had a like 7-headed dragon? Like seriously.
7-headed dragon? What in the Greek mythology?
And nobody said the Bible didn't have any merit as a pure story sometimes.
Now I'm of the belief, like, okay, somebody was tripping balls bad, and they need to fire their dealer.
It's like, oh yeah, I see a 7-headed dragon in front of me. I think it's a dog, but it looks like a 7-headed dragon, so I'm just gonna write that in the fucking Bible.
It would have been better if they. Oh my gosh, it would have been hilarious. It's like, no, it was Kevin. It was Kevin Bacon or some sort of celebrity or whatever. I mean, it'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious if it were something like that. Or better, if someone said, "I found the 7-headed dragon. His name is Deadpool."
That's not like, no, sir, that's Deadpool. That's not the 7-headed dragon. No, it is. It's the guy from the Bible.
Boy.
I believe it. Okay. Why not?
Yeah, it's like if the stories of Isaac and Jacob and Esau and Joseph and his classic dreams and stuff. Yeah, those are 3 out of 4 star character dramas or something like that, coming of age dramas in a trilogy of movies or something. Revelations sounds more like that. stoner movie that some very ambitious guy, or like an indie movie that a very ambitious stoner came up with, giving you like some WTF art
Very ambitious
right there.
stoner came up with.
A very. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's brilliant. That is the most awesome summary of Dogma I've ever heard. You don't know anything about seven-headed dragon.
Oh, yeah. And there's the Jesus section, the serial, depending on its superstar with a massive fan base.
Also, the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I never saw that movie all the way through because Donny Osmond, I legit do agree with, or it seems like I would agree with the summaries people saying, like, if it's possible to be too white for you, he will in this movie. But nevertheless, Go Go Joseph is one of the catchiest songs I've ever heard in my flippin' life.
Go Go
Joseph, you know what they say. Sha-na-na Joseph, you'll make it someday. La-la-la Joseph, you're still in your prime. You and your dream are ahead of your time.
Oh my god.
Man, that is catchy.
Oh my god.
I was dancing to it in my chair.
It's like the whitest sounding thing. It's like, it's Donny freaking Osmond. What did you expect? Come on.
Well,
it's like, it's Donny Osmond.
Could have added Vanilla Ice.
No. Okay, if you want to. Okay, hold on a minute, DW. The only way that works is if you make it like Joseph and the hip hop Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
Now that would be the whitest thing ever.
That's the only way that works.
Boy,
that's the only way that
is generous. Is one way to put it.
You are correct. That does work. Sounds generous. This sounds like
might be more appropriate.
This sounds like this shouldn't exist. It sounds like it shouldn't exist. I mean, wait a minute. It's one of those things. It's like it can exist, but the bigger question is, should it exist?
Yep.
Now, I feel like Vanilla Ice served the last purpose that we, honest to God, needed him for when he was picked as the headliner for a very specific event, and we got the headline describing the event at which he was the headliner, which was, I believe, shortly after the 2020 election. Donald Trump bails on his guests, so guests left to party with Rudy Giuliani and Vanilla Ice. And the most popular retweet ever simply restated, satire is dead.
You know,
I've had the unfortunate displeasure of going to Trump's house because of a cotillion I went to when I was like 6 and living in Florida. The food fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can see that.
But yeah, I am grateful to Vanilla Ice for being part of the best punchlines I've ever heard. I don't need to hear about what he's willing to do now that his clout is heading in that direction. I feel like I am okay parting ways with him forever. But no, Gator, I did not hear about Trump. Go ahead.
Okay, no. Okay. I literally took a picture when I was like doing my Uber Eats delivery service. A guy was coming off of 57th Street and 6th Avenue from a taxi, and then he got on a Trump mask and began like moving around as if he was Trump, to like all the pedestrians like outside, and people were wildly taking pictures of him, like crowding like those sidewalks while this was going on.
Oh Lord,
that sounds very New York.
That is so New York.
I know.
That is so New York.
Oh, and you want to know something else? One time Trump came to my neighborhood, like literally 1 block away from my building.
The same thing happened to me, man.
Are you serious? For real?
Gotta find this guy under my bed next.
I am being dead serious. Like the
my God, real?
Fences around. Yeah, I am being dead ass serious.
Did you see that action? You saw the toupee? You saw the toupee and everything?
I saw the guy. I saw the guy when I literally was like biking away from the place.
Once the traffic slowed down because Trump was on the roads.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the road's pretty much shut down. Pretty much. That's
I
had the same thing, Gator.
I just didn't really feel comfortable being there.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, once again, that is so New York.
And there was even rumors that like Harris was supposed to come over to like my neighborhood apparently like 2 weeks ago, but then
Kamala Harris?
Yeah, Kamala, yeah. But then after giving up from like the cops like basically talking to me as I was trying to do delivery, saying like maybe you shouldn't vote for Kamala, and I'm like, wait, what? What are you gonna say? And then it's like basically like saying like because they're gonna really put down like she's the reason why your job like as a delivery person like is like really gone down. I'm like,
oh my god.
Hey, are you trying to insinuate that you're a Republican cop in New York? Oh God, my head hurts. My head hurts.
Were you like, sir, I'm just trying to deliver an Uber Eats here.
I just like was like simply like I'm not trying to influence your vote. Like that's what he said to me. I'm like,
but I'm just trying to influence your vote.
Like I'm not scared of the police if you're gonna say that. Like I don't trust Trump at all with this.
I was waiting for the part where you were like, sir, I'm just trying to deliver my Uber Eats, or it would have been funny. It would have been funnier if you were like, sir, this is a Wendy's.
No. The biggest question I had to ask the cop was, why do you guys have multiple bikes setting out outside of like your police van? And it's like, oh, because like the cops sometimes have to ride these bikes if we have to chase after someone. I'm like, what? Bikes instead of cars because like the city? What the hell?
I don't. Your guess is as good as mine on this one.
Why do you think is the guy thinks he's gonna flip New York with this?
I mean, and I got nothing. Have fun storming the castle. So, have fun. That's one of those have fun storming the castle responses, I think. Have fun storming New York.
Yeah.
Hey Wolfie, are there pythons in Florida?
Oh yes, they most certainly are.
Oh crap! Oh my god.
They took the pythons escaped during one hurricane, and they took to Florida's Everglades
Yeah, that's why I'm never going to the Everglades. I'm
never.
Of alligators, man.
If I found myself in Florida, if I ever found myself in Florida, I'd be just like on high alert. I'd be like, the minute I'm like, I don't care what anyone says. The minute I see a fucking python, I'm out of here. I'm like,
I've lived here my entire life, so I could give you some pointers.
Do I need an axe?
Wait, so Leo was correct about showing snakes in the Everglades then?
What was correct?
Leo, the Adam Sandler animated movie from 2023.
Oh, the animated one. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I've heard good things. Leo is probably there are pythons and anacondas because they've been essentially through a few hurricanes escaped from
anacondas. No.
Anaconda dunk.
No. There are not anacondas. No, they're pythons. They're not anacondas. Are they?
Like,
they're both
pythons if it's biceps. They're anacondas if they're Nicki Minaj's.
I saw snakes.
But yeah, like essentially they escaped from pet stores and all out there in hurricanes, and they really took to like the Everglades climate and all that. And like now there's like thousands, and it's actually like a paid job to like hunt them.
I actually, you know what? Funny you said that. I actually literally just read an article about how a lot of veterans. That there are veterans in Florida that actually take to they make it like it's now a profession, and the article was like many veterans are hunting snakes and are hunting pythons, and it's healing and it's therapy for them. I'm like, are you kidding? I was like, well, you know what?
My aunt is a vet. Oh fuck, we literally took.
I'm thinking to myself like, at the same time, I was like, are you out of your mind? But at the same time,
she's
I'm
my
like,
aunt. I have an aunt in Florida who's an honorary aunt in Florida who's a vet. Oh gosh.
But I'm like, well, you know what?
Yeah.
Whatever. At the same time, at first, I'm like, are you out of your freaking mind? But at the same time, I'm like, well, you know what? Think of it. I mean, think of it, Jen. They're taking the no-legged spawns of Satan out of this world and putting them in the next.
Exactly.
And also, they are healing themselves while taking the no-legged spawns of Satan out of this world. So
I should tell my aunt to do that.
Yeah, think of it. They are doing a great service to themselves and to the world by finding healing and taking out the no-legged spawns of Satan out of this world.
She is doing a great job.
That is my therapy event. Like, my therapy event is kickboxing people in the head. My therapy event is practice Uziing on, like, killing snakes. Somehow that sounds a bit uncommon.
Okay, now I need the Samuel L. Jackson equivalent of somebody going through the Everglades and be like, I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. I need that.
Yeah.
Somebody show me that. I'd be like, why are you snaking? Like, why are you hunting snakes? Like, well, it's therapy, and also I'm tired of all these motherfucking snakes in these motherfucking Everglades.
We finally getting the sequel. Here we
go.
But yeah, because I think like the two invasive species that you're basically given free reign to like hunt in the U.S. like is like one is like the pythons and all that in the Everglades, because it really is like they're literally just paying people to remove them. And then the other one is like in Texas and some of the
Texas
Great Plains areas. Like there's like tens of thousands of like wild hogs that have like escaped and gone feral, and like you're basically here's an AR-15, hunt them as much as you want.
Free bacon.
So basically, what you're saying is once I'm 18, I can buy 18, which is only like a couple years. I can buy a gun and I can go around Florida shooting a bunch of snakes and crazy pigs.
Just make sure you remember, just look at it this way. You are truly doing the Lord's work, and you get free bacon as a reward.
Yeah!
Because bacon! Because wild hogs, that means bacon! Right?
Yeah.
Unless all of a sudden if you eat it and then all of a sudden you turn into a feral pig, and then you get a problem there.
Oh gosh.
The main thing is like the issues, like you have to be careful eating like with the feral ones, because like they have lots of parasites. So if you do it, make sure it's very well fried.
Yeah, I always feel
you know what? Don't screw it. Don't screw with parasites. So never mind. You just have to kill them and let them in peace. That's it.
And
wait a minute, leave them.
And then buy a bunch of bacon at the local Whole Foods.
There you go. Much better. much better. Much better. Leave the carcasses out for whatever pythons you don't catch.
Hey guys.
Yo.
I'd just like to put out an announcement. There's currently 7 pieces of fan art of Amber Lynn on Fur Affinity.
Yeah!
No!
Let's go!
Yes. And it begins.
Yes.
It has begun. I still like
let me grab my Fursuit real quick.
Hey, did we talk about the pentagram and the necklace that she wears that protects her at the beginning? I forgot.
Yeah, you guys did, and it went into a whole Christianity conversation. That's right.
Oh, that's right. Now I'm a little curious. It's like, why did she have that? It protected her from Blitz. Why'd she have that? Who gave that to her? And
my guess is George. My guess is George.
Is who?
dorks.
Oh, the what?
The
Oh,
black
one of the angels.
No, the black suited guys working with the cherubs.
Yeah.
That one. That would
Yeah.
make sense. But
Yeah.
why
Yes.
her? But why her of all people?
Well, no. What if it's like they put it as like merchandise first after getting some information from the cherubs about some of the ways that the pentagram system.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Okay, I get you.
And she buys it as if it's like
I think
her.
Yeah, I think the joke they were trying to go with that like thing is essentially she was trying to get authentic like anime prop for a character, and like she basically got like a real
Like a
holy
real
object.
demon hunting device by accident.
Yeah, like it's like she eventually ordered like a shrine decoration thing. It's like, oh, it's me authentic thing, and like it's an actual like relic thing, so like it interfere with the things.
I hope they're not.
that's
I
fine,
hope
but
they're
that's
not
the-
anacondas in Florida.
Me too,
that's
man.
the
I have to
fun
be
of-
here for the next couple of years before I turn 18.
I swear if there are anacondas in Florida, it's just Florida's just gonna have to burn down. Serious.
Burn them down, burn them.
It's just gonna have to go down. Sorry, Disneyland.
Florida just has to cease to exist, just like what happened in Red versus Blue. That's all.
Oh,
Just as a cover up for Commander Flowers. That's all you have to do. That's all
They
you
chopped
have
down
to do.
they chopped down all the palm trees. All I had to do was just see. All I had to do once was just to see a python like crawling up, coiling up
And
a
then
palm
Floridian
tree, crawling it up
manslaughter.
a palm tree, and I was like, nope, absolutely not.
Also,
Absolutely
since we were
not.
talking about all the 7 pieces on fur affinity, I just grabbed my fursuit. So, do you guys want to see the head?
Oh, cool.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, we can in a second. Let's just wrap up the podcast first, then we can switch
Oh, of course.
to.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
That's a hell of a short.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
Da-da-da-da.
I was like mentioning before at the very beginning of the video. Yeah, I've started doing fan fiction. Like legitimately, I have 2 chapters out. So seeing this episode was just like, oh my god, I'm just her. Oh my god, I'm just her.
Yeah, same.
This is too real. This is too real. Even
It is
her
very
whole
real.
interest about being a monster effer, I'm just like, oh no. Oh no. No!
It's very
Don't
real.
Don't take the world. They're
Um,
not ready for that face. They're not ready for the face.
It's very real.
Like, yeah, even though like for me, my fiction, I'm just like, okay, it's a bit edgy. And I might also be a bit self-embellishing about certain parts. If it's for like a specific video game series that I'm not a huge fan of, it might have been the reason why it became isekai trash. Curse you, Mystery Dungeon. Why did you have to be so good at making us into furry?
But I guess any closing thoughts on this short?
This was freaking hilarious.
Definitely.
This was hilarious. Probably the most hilarious hell of a short.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's my favorite now.
The most hilarious hell of a short. If you can tell by our beginning, we are beginning reactions.
Definitely.
Oh, and the
This is
best.
like-
The best, like, kind of like normally like kind of parody insult characters I don't really like, don't really care for South Park, but in this one I'm like, oh yes, this is well deserved, and I don't even care if it's mean spirited or whatever. It's hilarious, it's well deserved, and it's yeah, there you go. It's hilarious, it's well deserved, and I don't even care if it's mean spirited or not.
Boy, Yeah, honestly, this one was a riot. It managed to do a lot in a short amount of time, and like, I'm like, I don't think it was that mean-spirited at all. I think it was like,
Not at all.
yeah, rude. It's like, y'all ever hear of Billy Wilder, the big some like it hot guy with Marilyn Monroe? Oh,
No, don't think I
okay,
have.
well, all his movies were known to also thread a very difficult needle, walk a wonderful tightrope. They were cynical. They were not mean. He like could, yeah, roll his eyes and shake his head at people magnificently. He could like be like, yeah, you are kind of greedy for that one. Like, yeah, you are kind of an idiot for that one. But
Yeah.
like with a very that's just kind of people for you, sort of a tone. That doesn't mean we don't still feel
It's
for them.
very like definitely poking fun. It's definitely, kind of poking fun at it. That's a definite, really,
Yeah.
But then
Okay.
I think but that I think is like, Vizzy's humor and such. And they have, and I guess there have been other times where I've actually missed kind of things where she's kind of poking at the audience and everything. And I always thought, oh, that's a risk. But the thing is, I'd like to think the audience kind of knows and they're kind of in on the joke. Yeah, I think they're in on a joke, so I think that's how this can be, be gotten away with, and hopefully nobody's insulted. But I'd be shocked if anybody was insulted by this.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Well,
really? You're insulted by this? Really?
well,
Really?
like once you grow beyond your first few stages and like geekdom and stuff, I feel like on some level we kind of revel in being weird. A little bit.
Definitely.
Exactly. We
Little
at some point we own every mile of being weird.
Like I like at certain points I did relate to this character, like this horrible fan fiction I still have in my fucking sketchbook.
There you go.
I had never read it to anyone because it's so bad that I read it to my boyfriend, and suddenly a huge amount of weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
There you go. That's really what it exists for. It could be like the way to express yourself and just to get the thoughts out of your head, or just a writing exercise, or whatever it is you want to do, or like a mind dump or whatever,
Yeah.
So
Besides, it can't be particularly worse than, for example, the essays I legit wrote and turned into my teachers when I was that age, because everybody is just kind of a bad writer at that age.
true.
Yeah.
Like nobody's creating the next. Well, people are trying can create the next Harry Potter, but nobody can like sell, J.K. Rowling style at that age. Good luck trying, though.
Yeah.
Well, you could just try the J.K. Rowling approach, which is to rip her off, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Her writing
which
is
I-
good, but her Twitter
to
account
which I
is
say,
a
go
little
on.
bit interesting.
To which I say, go ahead. To which I say, anyone trying to rip her off, go right ahead. Have
Yeah.
fun.
All right, but any other closing thoughts before we head out?
Oh.
Honestly, like her parents were probably like really happy that she's dead and gone by like just how they were weirded out by the hentai comment. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this short slips in a few, like, this is not particularly tragic sort of things.
yeah,
Like,
this is
this
like
character.
this is like everyone wins except for Blitz. This is like the only time that like Blitz is like majorly lost something, and it's not even something personally like scarring or anything like that.
Totally.
Yeah, she can take a stab through the heart like a champ.
Yeah.
She's been preparing for that. If you saw like all her paraphernalia and everything, if you like listen to her, like she's been waiting for this.
She definitely has.
She was
This
ready.
is literally-
She was ready for
This
this.
is like her isekai moment. That's literally what it is. This is
Yeah.
her
Oh yeah,
isekai
I've seen that.
moment.
I've seen that comment where she got isekai'd.
She got isekai'd.
Yeah.
Her dream came true. She got isekai'd.
Oh yeah, what am I saying? This is just playing all over again, but actually from a fan girl. No, I ruined it. And now it's just I can't. I am trying. I can't.
Boy. Yeah. Also, side note, I want to know why Millie owes Blitz a favor and why it's sitting through a show. I didn't totally follow that part. If you even can.
That's a good question too.
I think that's something like similar to like Moxie's interest in showing cats. If she's being shown
yeah,
cats,
like something like Cats, definitely.
yeah.
Now is she talking? Okay, now here's the thing: where Blitz talking about like the actual Broadway show Cats, or talking about the live action Cats?
Oh gosh.
See that we need a distinction right there.
I remember Lavender Town redesigning the Cats. It was honestly very, very needed.
We need a distinction right there where we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I know the original Cats didn't get the most respect in the world, but oh boy.
The show the original Broadway show gets all the respect over the live action movie any day of the week.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry. One of my closing thoughts as well is I think that it also shows an interesting perspective on fandom. Like it shows that these people exist, but they're not always 100% terrible. They're just kind of a little silly sometimes.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of strange fandom experiences, like how she said like a kitten like me reminded me of a weird Instagram DM I got once. It was like I thought that it was like a random person wanted to talk with me, and no, they did not. So like certain parts remind me of like strange internet experiences I've had, especially being a minor online. I honestly do like how they portrayed it in fandom though. Like they're not purposely saying that it's awful, but they're also not saying that it's perfect, and I honestly really like that approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can laugh at something and still like it. That's not
like
the easiest.
I got every single reference.
Totally. It's like the best of both. It's like the best of both worlds. It's like in a way, it's like those that like the monster like kind of genre. The monster romance genre a little too much, but also in the weeb culture. It's a great amalgamation of that kind of character-esque, and I guarantee you, I think we all know somebody that's kind of similar to it.
Definitely, I've known multiple.
Or maybe we were that person in a former life. Who knows?
Ooh.
I want to bet that like Amber Lynn's contribution to Hell is literally going to be like her fan fiction. It's just going to populate like the mass audience, like in the form of like being books to sell.
Or maybe the one to make Blitz to make Blitz cringe. Because that's something. If you can make Blitz kind of cringe at you, that's something there. I'm thinking that could be also another kind of a foil to Blitz.
Yeah.
Quick, whatever you do,
I can't ship them.
Veronica know this. Whatever you do not let Veronica know about this. She will use this personally for any personal vendettas afterwards.
No, I say let Veronica. There it is. That's the use for her. Veronica needs to get her hands on her and just to piss Blitz off in every single freaking way she can think of, because Veronica can't stand him, and you know what? She's in that phase when she's like, I want to do everything to screw with him or whatever, because she's still mad at him.
Like even if it's not as intense as before, this
yes,
is like
Veronica
the perfect way to vent out the rest of her.
She and Veronica need to be friends right now, and just keep on messing with Blitz.
Yeah.
It would be perfect because Vortex would still be part of the plot as well. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the perfect way.
Sure, why not?
Perfect way.
Why not? You know what? Sure, why not have Amberlyn, Veronica, and Vortex, and just all gang up together just to piss Blitz off.
Yeah.
And this is circling where this is inevitably headed. Who are we going to end up shipping Emmeline with?
I mean, Blitz is the
Kitchen
obvious
sink.
answer, but there is so
I've
many.
I've seen fan art of Evelyn being shipped with the menace of all demons.
I'm gonna ship her with the kitchen sink. I'm gonna ship her with the kitchen sink. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ship her with the kitchen sink.
You're making out with the kitchen sink.
I'm gonna ship her with the kitchen sink. That's my ship, Air Berlin in the kitchen sink.
But I guess with that said, see y'all next time.
Wolfgang out.
Air Berlin in the kitchen sink.